King! I'm King Ross, you're my loyal subjects, and yes, I know I look like a tramp, yes, I know my facial hair isn't quite working, but I'm a man, I need to see if I can grow a beard. If you don't like it, go f*** yourself. Here are all the WTF moments from WWE Raw, and we start with the message that was given to us at the beginning of the show, which said that Brock Lesnar was here to respond to Goldberg. Of course, we all know that's complete bollocks. We all know that Brock will stand there and bounce in the ring like a little girl, scream like a prepubescent boy who's just had a zit popped on his bell end while Heyman does all the talking for him. Brock won't say a word, and of course, we're here anyway. We'll deal with the segment now. He didn't say a fucking word, did he? He just did exactly what I said there. It was obvious to see that Heyman and Brock were looking for something from the crowd, and what they got was the exact opposite. They were looking for Goldberg chance. What they got was Goldberg sucks chance, and then the segment just fell flat on its arse. It just ended. WTF. The sign that read World Champion 2017 Axel, if that means Curtis. No. Just no. Fucking hell no. Nah. Not gonna happen. Stephanie McMahon came out close to the start of this week's show, and the sight of her in that Jedi-looking dress reminded me of something I saw on Twitter yesterday. Stephanie McMahon quoting Margaret fucking Thatcher. Of course, Thatcher, the Wicked Witch of the West, who was dead. Ha ha ha! She f***ed up the north of England, and Stephanie McMahon, yes, I'm comparing Steph to Margaret, she's f***ing up WWE one little step at a time. Both a pair of witches, both a pair of heels. WTF is Steph doing quoting Margaret Thatcher? I don't f***ing know. Know your audience, Steph, you f***ing moron, you. We're all working class wrestling fans, man. You f***. Left and right and right and left and left and right and right and left and Chris Jericho does not know his left from his right. Seth Rollins was holding the list to Jericho in his left hand. Chris Jericho said, look, it's right there in your right hand. No, right and left, wrong and wrong. Yeah. And before you all go to the fucking comments section, I know that my right is on your left and my left is on your right. Do not waste your time with your little comments, you spotty internet virgins. Go away! So then Luke Gallows told us there was a good broski in the truck who was willing to move a few wires. Of course that means Kevin fucking Dunn, who was going to move the wires that hold his teeth in place. Braces. Ha ha ha! You massive fucking teeth, Kevin. Ha ha! Braces. So Rusev told us he's going to do despicable things to Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns has done despicable things to him and Lana. Rusev's going to fight for his country. Rusev's going to fight for his family. Rusev's going to fight for all the right bloody reasons, yet we still have to treat him as the heel in this rivalry just because he's foreign. Because Roman Reigns is half American and half Samoan, but most importantly half American, he's the babyface in this rivalry, even though he's outed himself as a massive prick by stealing champagne, slut-shaming Lana, and doing all sorts of cutty things. But Rusev, because he's Bulgarian, he's a bad man. Xenophobia, everybody! Hate those bloody foreigners! Right then, so this week, Michael Cole told us the New Day have been WWE Raw Tag Team Champions for 428 days. 7 days after we had to sit through thousands of weed jokes, you know, because Raw was in Denver where weed is legal in 420 and hardy 420 plus those 7 days since last week's Raw is 427, yet they were telling us 428 just so they could say they were 50 days short of Demolition's record. They're just making it all f***ing up these days. What's the bloody point? It's not even bloody real. Well, this was a bit f***ing strange, wasn't it? WWE have took logic and flip-reversed it. We had the heel Dana Brooke wearing one of those Susan G. Komen shirts, promoting a good cause, that charity. That might take a little bit of money on the side, but we won't look at that, will we? They're just trying to cure cancer, so hey! Yes, so the heel Dana was wearing that shirt, while the face Bailey, she was wearing her own shirt. So we had the heel promoting the charity and the baby face not doing. That's wrong, that should be flip reverse the other way. Bailey should be promoting the charity and Dana shouldn't. Rainbow colour things, that means Kevin Dunn f***ed up once again. Sam behind the camera there has reliably informed me that means he went to something too early before it wasn't ready, or something was disconnected. So let's go with disconnected. Obviously Kevin Dunn's doing that thing on his desk and his massive fucking teeth have caught the wire and pulled it out the bloody socket. Teeth! singing Barney, I don't do that anymore because that utter house R-Truth can't even get the lyrics to his own song correctly. You want it, you got it, the golden truth. Those are the fucking lyrics that there he was singing. The world's strongest, the golden truth. It was just wrong. As is R-Truth, who should just fuck off from WWE. I don't like him. This might fuck up with a green screen, but I don't give a shit anymore. Here's how to sell from the school of Titus O'Neil. So pretend Mark Henry just gave me a little push in the chest there, and I've gone, right, be careful for the wire, Sam, we're going to go to the school of Titus O'Neil selling. Hey! Just a little push. Didn't deserve that reaction. What the fuck's Titus doing? He's shit as well. He can fuck off R-Truth as far as I'm concerned. Well, it's you, dude, said Charlotte to Sasha Banks, who was letting her know that she had to speak first in their promo with Mick Foley in the ring. We all saw it. Sasha missed her cue. Charlotte broke kayfabe. There you go. Charlotte says she can't even count the amount of times that Sasha Banks has been injured before counting the amount of times that Sasha Banks has been injured. 3 times she counted to. Charlotte can count. So Mick Foley gave a performance that brought a tear to this sick guy's eye. Really, I nearly cried, but real men cry at real things, and that promo was real, so crying is okay. Right? Don't you fucking tell me I can't cry, you spotty internet virgin. Real men cry. I have emotions. But if Mick Foley doesn't want that match to happen between Charlotte and Sasha Banks at Hell in a Cell, why the does he not just call it off? Last week he was all like, oh, it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread. And then this week he's going, oh, lasses, you don't know what you're letting yourselves in for. Didn't do it, Bonnie lasses, you're too pretty. He's completely reversed his opinion. What a heap-hop, heap-hop, heap-hop a hypocrite. That's one of my catchphrases that isn't quite over as I like it to be. So fucking make it over, please. Internet version. But then after all that bullshittery from Foley, he uttered the phrase, before I make you sign this contract. So then, he did want the match to happen last week, he didn't want it to happen this week, but then he was going to make them sign the contract anyway. What a waste of fucking time, even though it did make me cry. Crying's okay! That random shot of the floor that appeared during the OK Cruiserweight match between Rich Swann and Brian Kendrick. WTF was that about? Of course, Kevin Dunn is back again with those massive fucking teeth. As we know, beavers need to chew on things to live. If they don't chew on things, they die. Kevin Dunn, if he doesn't chew on things, he dies. So he chewed on the button that switched to camera 3, or whatever number that camera was. It wasn't meant to be shown, but it was, because Kevin Dunn had to chew something to stay alive. 100% true, I'm not making this shit up. Like Sir David Attenborough, me. What about the plight of that clown that took a sign to WWE Raw that said, just here for the divas? Of course, we all know the divas don't exist. You just outed yourself as a bit of a fucking pervert in front of the world, you sick f***. Women have evolved now. They are superstars in their own right. They are athletes. They are fucking brilliant. And there you are, wanking away in the front row, you dirty bastard. We saw you all, you know, blotting all over the shop, you oh, you disgusting pig. Tomspiracy! So after being on commentary for that Cruiserweight match, we went back to the locker room for a promo between Brian Kendrick and champion TJ Perkins. Perkins, despite the fact he was just on commentary, was untaping his wrists. Why the f*** would you need to tape up your wrists when all you're doing is sitting down and talking? I don't fucking know. Although sitting next to Byron Saxton must be mighty tempting to punch him in his stupid mouth. F*** off, Saxton. Brian Kendrick's clinging on for his life. Brian Kendrick has stolen Heath Slater's gimmick from SmackDown Live. Yes, he has. He's a copycat. He's a copycat. A weird pirate copycat. But Dolph Ziggler, 36, John Cena and Brock Lesnar, 39, Chris Jericho, 45, and Kane, who's 49 years old. They're not worried about their futures, but 37-year-old Brian Kendrick is. He's going on as if he's on a life support machine and they're just about to cut it off and just make him die. If he doesn't win at Hell in a Cell, he's going to die. Dead, die, door. Why the f***'s he doing that? I don't know. I suppose we can only assume that because cruiserweights are so small, they have a shorter life expectancy than the rest of the roster. Because they are small and vanilla and midgets. So Chris Jericho spent the entire show just about looking for the list of Jericho. He said if he didn't get the list of Jericho back, there would not be a main event between himself, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens. They made that f***ing list more prestigious than the WWE Universal Championship on the Go Home Bastard show for a pay-per-view. It was all about the list, when it should have been about the championship. Then when the main event comes around, Chris Jericho walks out without the fucking list. What a waste of bastard time. Bah! Chris, you can take that list and shove it straight up your arsehole. Did you catch Kevin Owens telling a fan in the front row that that fan in the front row's wife loves him? Now then, what sort of hanky-panky has Kevin Owens been getting up to on his travels, eh? Why would that fan's wife love Kevin Owens when he's in Minneapolis? Who's he been knocking boots with in Minneapolis? Apparently that's fan's wife, that's why she loves him. Of course, that's fucking libel. I can't be saying that sort of things. It's not true. I've just made it up for the purposes of entertainment. Of course that man's wife loves Kevin Owens. Every fucker should love Kevin Owens because he's the fucking best. Ah, what a lovely note to end on. Love. And that's it for the WTF Moments from WWE Raw. I've been a Hairy King Ross. You've been my loyal subjects. And you can catch myself and Adam Parmesan on the SmackDown live stream over on WhatCulture Extra, airing at 3 minutes before SmackDown starts. Bye-bye.